Biscuits and Blurays podcast, where we watch Blu-rays and take the biscuit. I'm your host James, joined by my co-host and fiance Jade. Say hello.
Hello.
Ooh, Wonka.
Ooh, Wonka.
Wonka time, chocolate for everyone, chocolate for all. That's the tagline of this movie.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's the poster I read.
Oh, well.
Okay.
I have not.
Why not?
I just haven't.
Oh, read more. Read more.
Read more. Wonka should read more.
We'll get into that. So, Willy Wonka's back in Chalamet form. This has been a long time coming. In a different universe, we could have had Dune Part 2.
We should have had Dune Part 2.
That's not the world we live in.
It is not, sadly.
So we've had Wonka instead.
We have.
But Chalamet is around?
It is. And to be fair, this is quite Christmassy. It's got like a festive feel to it, I think. Chocolate.
Yeah.
The colours, I don't know.
Do you think it's because he's ripped off his wardrobe completely off Gonzo from the Muppets Christmas Carol?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was expecting Michael Caine to come out somewhere.
Michael Caine.
I was fully ready for that, and it didn't happen, and I'm really sad.
He's retired.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Let the lamp, not the rat. Oh, we needed some of that.
This has got the same creative team as Paddington 1/2.
Okay.
And it's got the production team behind Harry Potter's, just magical stuff for children.
Yes.
So Paul King, who is the director of this, is no longer doing Paddington 3 because he's doing this. So
maybe that's good for Paddington.
Maybe it's bad for Wonka. Mm-hmm. We'll get into it.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Spoiler alert. No, it's not good for Wonka.
And no, it's not been good for Wonka, unfortunately. Well, in our humble opinion.
Okay. Obviously, there's an elephant in the room. Mm-hmm. Get out of here, elephant.
Where is it? Where?
So, we've had 3 versions of Willy Wonka cinematically.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a Wilder, a Depp, and a Chalamet.
And a Chalamet.
How does Chalamet rank in this for you?
He's bang in the middle.
Okay.
There's only ever going to be a one and only Wonka, and that is Mr. Wilder.
One and only Wonka, and it Wilder.
And it Wilder. No one else will ever be able to portray that man.
Yeah.
He's just fabulous. He's perfect. And he's sexy.
Yeah. He is a bit sexy.
He's a bit sexy. Depp has been the worst, just because I don't feel like he had the character down. And I think his design was poor.
Yes, but faithful to the book?
Not really. I didn't like his Michael Jackson voice. It was all very weird.
It was an interpretation, for sure.
It was. And to be fair, he went for it.
You know
he
what?
had an idea and he ran for it. It was a big swing and a miss.
And exactly. And after watching this, I would rather a big swing and a miss and something completely different than something that just takes good things from an original film and goes, yeah, we're going to do it worse.
Yeah, maybe Chalamet isn't the problem in this. I think I liked his portrayal.
There are moments where he's sort of doing a look where he looks a bit Wilder-esque.
Yeah, when he's doing... Well, he says something, doesn't he?
I can't remember. It's like strike that, reverse it and stuff
yeah.
like that. Stuff like that I enjoy. And I think he is having a lot of fun in it. But where Wilder is better... We've had a discussion about this in the car.
We have.
I'm well prepped. So, where Wilder is better, Wilder on set was just... is eccentric.
Mm-hmm.
He's not restrained, but he's giving off calm vibes.
You can tell there's something bubbling under the surface with him.
Exactly. And I feel like what Wilder on set would do things just to throw actors off. Mm-hmm. For instance, when he's walking down the steps in Pure Imagination, he goes back up one. Mm-hmm. And that's just because, he's Wilder. He's just having fun.
And I think that adds to the character as well, because Willy Wonka, he can just change things up at any moment. That's one of the reasons why I quite like him, because there's like a sinister edge to him.
Yeah.
Because at any moment he could completely change how he is. He's quite elusive, is Mr. Wonka.
Mm-hmm. Chalamet's not that guy.
No, but I don't know if it's meant to be that way. If it's meant to be more childlike and...
Do you think he's written bad in this one?
Possibly.
Okay.
I think it felt very safe. I felt like maybe Chalamet did well with what he'd got.
Okay.
I feel like if he was given the opportunity maybe to just do what he wanted a little bit more with it, we'd have had a better interpretation. But it felt very much packaged, family friendly. They're very samey to what we've already seen with the likes of Paddington and that sort of business.
You said it gave you Greatest Showman vibes.
It did, yeah.
This is a musical.
Yes.
Full blown. Mm-hmm. We always seem to forget that the original is.
Yeah.
And are we led to believe that the original and this one are the same universe?
I believe so, because we get quite a lot of shots from the factory in the first one. I saw less of a callback to the Johnny Depp one and more of the ones to the Wilder one in this.
Well, the Oompa Loompas look the same as they did back in 1970 something.
Yeah.
There's the bit where he's walking with a cane and the cane stands still.
We liked that bit, didn't we?
But both of us went, hey!
I saw more of Wilder's Wonka in Chalamet than I did Depp's.
But there's a vast difference in quality.
Oh, yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a problem with the direction. I think it is the script.
The script is poor. The story's lack.
Oh, big time. We get some secondary characters in this.
The songs are also very boring, very forgettable. They all sound the same.
Shall I see who wrote the songs for this? Because I don't feel like it was... Well, you said it reminded you of Mary Poppins Returns.
Yeah, because I find a lot of those songs forgettable as well. There's maybe two that I can think of off the top of my head as being quite different.
Which are?
The Trip the Night Fantastic one.
Oh, yeah.
And the Cover Is Not the Book. Because that one's an absolute banger. Can always put that out there. But even like the ending sequence we get with Mary Poppins Returns, with all the balloons in the park.
Yes.
That I felt like we were getting that in this. I was also getting some Fantastic Beasts vibes as well.
Which is never a good thing.
Which was weird.
No one with any real outstanding work has worked on the music for this.
Which is a shame.
Like, they could have had, I don't want to say it, but Lin-Manuel Miranda or someone. Someone of that
should be
ilk.
stopped, but he should have maybe been allowed to put some creative ideas
into
this movie.
Or like Pascal Paul, who did Greatest Showman. Mm-hmm. Just someone with a bit more oomph instead of, oh, this'll do. Because it does feel very this whole thing feels this'll do.
I can't think of any of those songs that I've just heard. I can't think of any of them in my head. I can't think of a catchy chorus.
Oh, I can. There's one song that really sticks out for me. Do you know which one?
Which one?
Pure Imagination.
Well, the one that we've already seen. But other than that, I can't think of any.
Yeah.
Other than the one where they keep saying scrub, just because it was irritating.
Oh, God, yeah.
That was it. None of the others, I could tell you a line from the chorus.
Most of it's done, I feel like, on location. It filmed in Matlock Bath.
I like that.
And it does feel like, whereas the first one felt in like Germany, it felt very German-esque. Mm-hmm. And I think that's good. I think you need a bit of, what city's this?
Yeah.
Gives it a bit of character. The way that like the Batman did for Gotham City.
Yeah, I agree.
It's got that's the way to do it.
You feel like you could know it anywhere, but you don't.
Yeah.
Sort of thing, yeah.
And I do feel like with some of the callbacks, like the stick we said, the Rachmaninoff.
Yeah.
On the pipe, little things like that. Okay, that's not the problem, and it didn't feel bogged down by look at this thing from the original.
Yeah.
Which fair play. But this is a bore.
It is, yeah. Because I mean, I get they've got a tough job on their hands because you don't want to make a Wonka character that's already hitting his prime because he's got to get that way. By the time we see him, but I feel like he's already doing things in this film that he hasn't mastered yet. In the later film, obviously, that we see, like with the fizzy lifting drinks, obviously, which was the creation of that movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's weird. You don't see people flying and shitting, eating any of his chocolate in any of the other ones.
Everyone was. It wasn't just chocolate in the other ones though. Like it was candy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was candy in this. I think
there wasn't any. I didn't see any candy.
There was a macaroon, wasn't there?
That's not candy.
But to me, he was making other things.
Yeah.
That's sugary, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was weird. And I'm not going to lie, the main chocolate that they kept promoting in this, that Love Chuck, whatever the fuck it was. Love Fuck. I don't know what it was.
Okay.
Looked massive. There's not a chance I'd just chuck all that in my mouth. Sorry.
Yeah.
That did not come out right.
I'm going to edit that
Beautifully
on this one.
No, it just didn't look like to me that would be a chocolate that someone would pick up and go, oh, you know what? I'd get that in a fancy shop. It was like 2 Brazil nuts clubbed together.
I thought someone had painted a Brazil nut.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah. The use of magic. Now, Willy Wonka's not the one. You shouldn't be doing magic.
Why didn't you like the magic?
It feels like the first one. I'm gonna go ahead and just like clear this up. If it is, I think it's of the same universe as the Wilder one, because like obviously same costume-ish, same Oompa Loompa songs, Pure Imagination. I think it's exactly the same person. So this man turns into this man, and that's his journey. We've got a start and an end.
Yeah.
Right, but I don't understand how he can fit all that shit in his hat, I don't know how any of that shop's doing any of that, because why wouldn't have anyone else thought of it?
Oh, so how did they get that shop to do that overnight?
Yeah.
Without any money?
It's magic. Yeah?
It's
all magic. And he's got a little chocolate factory that he's got like a lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
And in the wilder one, we're putting shoes into a boiling pot.
Needs more kick.
Gives it more kick. Do you know what I mean?
He's not chucking lightning in a pot because it needs to be fast.
This ain't Fantastic Beasts. This is Willy Wonka. And why would you sell it in that universe and then go, oh, but he's a potion maker,
I think
essentially.
For me, the Fantastic Beasts element fell in when he's getting all this stuff out of his briefcase.
Yeah.
And I think, and then when he's milking the giraffe, and the way he bows to it to begin with as well, which again is something I think that Newt Scamander does. And when he's wearing the coat and the hat, it was like, oh,
yeah.
I felt like I was watching the same thing.
They maybe used some of the sets again.
I don't know, but it was just all very weird.
It ain't the one, guys.
It isn't.
It ain't the Wonka.
But yeah, I think the Gene Wilder's Wonka plays tricks as opposed to he's a magician.
Yeah.
And the tricks have kind of got, again, there's just something dark to them as opposed to, oh, I'm just going to wang shit at my heart like and play with my heart like
it does feel
Hugh
like
Jackman does The Greatest Showman.
Yeah, it does feel like Gene Wilder is entertaining one person and it's himself.
That's it, yeah.
Whereas this one, he's got, I need to make everyone happy with chocolate. Woo doo doo doo, I'm so whimsical. No, you're a skinny little twink boy. Stop. Also, what a waste of talent from everyone else.
Yeah.
Let's just go through some names of people who are in it. Because obviously Chalamet. We've got the butler from Downton.
Oh, he's incredible. I love him.
He wasn't good in this.
Oh, but I love him.
He was still
there.
playing the butler from Downton in this.
I still love him.
Okay.
He's a treasure.
Olivia Colman's in there doing her best Thénardier.
They were very master of the house, weren't they?
Well, I think the music was implying that as well, because it went boom, 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 and I was like, oh.
Extra for the lice.
Exactly, and they do this.
For looking in the window
Yeah.
twice. They even do that, don't they? With the bill he gets. Oh.
Yeah. Sally Hawkins is in there briefly, and Olivia Colman, and both of them have got like 5 minutes of screen time.
Yeah.
What a waste.
What a waste, guys.
What a waste. But he got like some secondary characters like Matt Lucas, Matthew Bainton, Rowan Atkinson's in there, Simon Farnaby. There's talent here, but no one's ever given a moment to really shine.
Yeah, it's just all very boring.
Yeah, and I know we're not the audience. This ain't the Wonka for us. It's a Wonka for kids today.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I was to put this in front of my nephew.
Yeah.
Alongside the other one, the 70s one.
Yeah.
Which one he'd prefer?
Well, your nephew is a sinister little beast.
I think he'd like I think kids do like the sinister stuff a little bit because if they want the cutesy stuff, you can get it from other films. And I think that they're not stupid.
Yeah.
This looked like a mash of several films.
Mm-hmm.
This is a mash of Paddington, it's a mash of Fantastic Beasts, we've got some Mary Poppins in there. It's all just, that's the problem. I think that a lot of animation's going through at the moment where every film's looking like the same.
Mm-hmm.
This is what this felt like.
This falls into that bracket easily.
Yeah, it's like it's starting to look like everything else.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
It does feel uninspired. But I also feel, on the other hand, it is done with love. I don't think it's done to offend anyone.
Yeah.
I feel the little callbacks we do get, they're there because they obviously know the source material. And by that I mean the film, I don't mean the book.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've read the book, so...
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the Wilder movie does take liberties with the book.
But this does, and the Johnny Depp one does. We've not had a faithful adaptation of that book.
No.
And we never will.
I don't know, I mean, Roald Dahl famously hated the
Wilder one, yeah.
The Wilder one, which I think is a shame because I think it's such a good piece of work.
But he wrote it.
Yeah.
I hate it, but
I hate what I created. It's Frankenstein.
Yeah. It's very Stephen King Shining, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, I'll write it, but my God.
My God, I hate it.
It starts a bit Pirates of the Caribbean-esque.
I actually thought that.
Comes in on a boat and is just like, oh, I'm
on a boat.
He sings exactly that song. Yeah, he's singing a song about, I'm going to change the world and make chocolate or some shit.
I've got a hat full of dreams. And
I've got a hat full of dreams and a bucket full of worries.
And a $5 in my pocket.
Yeah. I think, what's the song called? Is it Pocket Full of Dreams? Hat full of dreams?
I don't know. Pocket full of ass. I don't know.
Pocket full of ass. He loses his money quickly. He hasn't
He
got
does.
much money, but he's got no money. He's a tramp on the streets of insert town name here. So he finds... Well, someone comes up to him and goes, oh, I got a place for you to stay. And it's that guy from one of those fucking BBC Three comedies.
Random, yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, come stay with me and Olivia Colman.
Yeah. Oh, we've got a guest.
Yeah, and they're like... And it's very master of the house.
Yeah, sign this contract. Any contract that you get to stay somewhere that has that amount of T's and C's, you're fucked.
That's for us. Because obviously... When everyone goes into the factory, they have to sign the small print, and they can't read it because it's too small. But here, he can't read. Willy Wonka cannot read,
and he's clearly not learnt his lesson because he's about to do. That's the thing in this film. There's so many callbacks to what he's about to do later on that says, actually, you're quite a bad guy.
Yeah, I feel like this Willy Wonka will later remember. Oh, actually,
I got duped by this, so I'm going to later use this against children.
Yeah, I'm going to kill some children.
I'm going to kill some children and say, you know what, actually, it wrote fine print, you fucked.
Anyway, he goes to a...
Let's hope the incinerator's not turned on today.
Yeah. He's wanted to go to this big shopping centre. Let's call it shopping centre.
Shopping centre.
Number 1. And he's like, okay, I'm going to sell some chocolate. Some floating chocolate. And this chocolate's flying all around.
And it gets the attention of the 3 chocolate makers.
Yeah.
The chocolate cartel.
That was very Boris Bunsen Bean.
Yeah.
From Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yes.
Which is one of my favourites. Yeah, they've got the cartel, the chocolate cartel. Mm-hmm. Do kids know what a cartel is?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, kids in the 40s, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're all watching him do this. And he's like, yes. And these 3 villains, Slugworth and 2 others.
Mm-hmm. I don't fucking know their names.
Do we need villains in a Willy Wonka movie?
I think Slugworth makes sense because everyone's heard of Slugworth.
Yeah.
I mean, I think all the names are mentioned in the movies and in the books about other chocolate makers stealing his ideas. Mm-hmm. But they're never made out to be as big as the likes of Slugworth. He was always his main competitor, wasn't he?
Yeah. It feels to me like before you would... Okay, jump ahead to this film. They tried to kill him.
Yeah.
Instead of doing that, why not try and steal his ideas first? Why have they gone, let's kill him, and then that doesn't work, and then they go, okay, we'll just steal his ideas.
Yeah. His chocolate's making money. Let's steal it while we can.
Here's an idea. Work together.
Yeah, that could have been their first thing. You know what? They're all working together. Why not bring him in?
Kill him with kindness. Yeah, instead of going, yes, this chocolate is the best chocolate I've ever had, but get out of town.
But fuck off.
I hate these 3. They have a big song about it.
Oh, and it's really cringy.
It is cringy, isn't it?
It's not well executed. It's just weird.
Here's the thing. Paddington 2. I want to talk about Paddington 2 real quickly. It ends in a sort of song and dance number with Hugh Grant. And it's spectacular. It's really great. But doesn't... It works for that character alone. It doesn't work for Paddington as a franchise, but for that character... One song and dance number works. Mm-hmm. I want to go back to a point we made about The Little Mermaid, where those songs were when Alan Menken and Ashman came in, and they said people should, in musicals, when they can't express how they're feeling through words, they sing. Mm-hmm. What's going on?
Yeah.
Where's the magic of that gone? This is just we've got an evil plan. Hear about it.
You could say that a little bit about the original one with the Candyman song. You didn't need to see that song.
That's exposition.
It is exposition, but my God, is that a good song?
No one got hit in the face.
Which is what this film was missing. We missed someone getting hit by a counter.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
Yeah. But I feel like even then though, that film's got another. It's got a song that says "Naff." Cheer up, Charlie's a bit shit.
No one really remembers the first half of that film. Everyone remembers
from the factory.
The factory onwards.
I remember the Candyman song quite vividly, and I got a golden ticket because that song's also a banger. Yeah.
Oh God, it is, isn't it? Oh, I forgot about the golden ticket.
And the Oompa Loompa songs are obviously the other ones, but it isn't a musical straight up. There's a few musical numbers, but I wouldn't necessarily call it one.
There's no big song or dance number. There's like in this one we get one where it's like I've never had chocolate like this, and everyone's dancing. No one's ever dancing in those films. It's always like Grandpa Joe's running around his bed. Yeah,
I think Veruca Salt's running about a factory and the Oompa Loompas like, oh, fuck.
There's not a big, ensemble number.
Other than the Oompa Loompas doing their movements to their little rhymes.
Would you call that an ensemble?
No, that's just a character trait that they have.
Yeah.
Oh, they're fucking good, aren't they?
They're fucking good.
Oh, they're so good.
Chalamet's down on his luck, goes back to the hotel, and Olivia Colman's like, oh, I've got some T's and C's for you, sweetheart, or whatever she says.
Yeah. You're fucked. You got to work in my bath-ass.
That can't be legally binding.
It must be.
It's slavery is what it is.
It is indeed.
It goes down a big chute.
A laundry chute.
Going down a chute.
You're going down the chute, and there he meets...
Willy Wonka will remember that.
He will, yeah.
Yeah. And he meets everyone else, the workers in this laundry factory?
It's like I don't know. It's some sort of, weird laundry scrubbing place. I don't fucking know.
Turns out not everyone read the T's and C's.
When staying at these apartments.
Willy Wonka's excuse is he can't read. Fine. But everyone else can read. So why they wouldn't have read the T's and C's?
But then again, is that a joke? Because not many people do read the T's and C's of anything.
Do you not read the T's and C's?
I do, because I work in an industry that you need to make sure you're reading T's and C's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me.
I know better than anyone.
Me too. I've read every term and or condition.
Well, you have?
Yeah.
Did you read the terms and conditions of living here?
What are they?
Wash the pots.
No!
No, you're fucked!
I didn't read them!
No!
Yeah, everyone's sort of like working their debt off.
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet has a lot of 10,000 debt, so 10,000 days.
They all owe like so much money.
But they're all living in this little like wash house.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Anyway, they all become friends.
They all become friends, and they all do a stupid song number that is crap. And goes on for 10 hours.
About the scrubbing. God, this film boring.
And then Willy Wonka's like, oh, you know what? I can actually make chocolate.
Yeah.
And we get the character Noodle.
Noodle is a orphan, which is always good. Little orphan Annie.
Yeah, little orphan Annie.
She's been in this bathhouse her entire life, basically. Mm-hmm. But her parents are out there somewhere.
Well, they've known because they say she's an orphan, so parents aren't anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it works.
That's how it works, isn't it?
So she becomes his friend, accomplice, I don't know. And
And
when I'm not going to lie, she's the most irritating character put to film.
I don't even think she's irritating. I think she's just bad. I think the acting is bad. The singing is bland. Mm-hmm. And there's no expression or life behind those eyes.
To be honest, the character was really unnecessary. The little storyline that she has that's taped on, not needed. They could have done this film without it.
Why is Wonka helping these people?
I mean, he needs help, doesn't he, at the end of the day, to get out there. I mean, eventually, obviously, he strikes a deal with them all. Yeah. To help him raise the money to get the chocolate shop. They're all so boring.
It's all very British as well, but like old school British, where it's like...
It's not good. So he finds out he needs to find some giraffe milk in order to make a certain kind of candy. He could have made any sort of chocolate, I would have thought. Why he needed to make that particular one, I don't know.
Any giraffes in the chocolate factory in the Wilder one?
I don't
because he was just using milk.
Normal milk.
Yeah. I've got to get some from the giraffe. I'm whimsical. I'm Chalamet. No.
No, so they go to a zoo.
It feels very... Okay, have seen the episode of The Office where Steve Carell puts the golden tickets into the thing?
Yes.
And Steve Carell's dressed up as Willy Wonka and he's like doing roly-polies and he's like, Kalukale!
Yeah.
That's what Chalamet's doing here.
It is, yeah.
He's not doing Wilder.
Kalukale.
He's doing Steve Carell from The Office.
But I'm here for it.
Doing Willy Wonka.
Yeah, but I'm here for that.
I'm here for that, but it's not needed.
I'm here for that.
Okay, fine.
I needed it to get me out of the boring reverie I was in.
There are 2 films this year that have featured milking.
This is the worst of it.
This is the worst one by far, but guys, you should watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Because that film's a banger.
Mutant Mayhem. If you like your jokes about milking, you quid's in.
Oh, what a reminder of that film.
Also, can you milk a giraffe?
I'm sure you can milk most things, I'd have thought. There's female, because I'm pretty sure they all produce milk.
Okay.
This is a conversation I wasn't expecting to have.
Me neither, but here we are.
But maybe you can. I've never tried it. I've never seen anyone do it.
Okay, well, fair enough.
That were a nice story.
So they break into the zoo. One thing I did like was the security guard for the zoo and his little side thing.
Oh, he was so cool.
That's Simon Farnaby. He's one of the horrible... Stupid deaths.
Okay.
Yeah, he's one of that lot. He's sort of duped into taking a drug. He's roofied, basically.
He's roofied and he loves it.
But by this chocolate that he's made, which was very a 3-course meal. The chewing gum.
If the 3-course meal thing, if we remember, wasn't finished and it kept going wrong.
But
so how he's managed to do one that makes him feel like he's been on a night in the town?
Yeah, just apply that to this.
That seems like it does a lot more to somebody. I don't know.
Because it starts, it's a night out in a chocolate or something, and he starts with like a glass of rose, and then it goes into red and then into white. And then he's like dancing, and then he gets regret. Oh, that's great.
I hope he enjoyed his 5 minutes in the film.
I liked him. That was good.
I hope you enjoyed your 5 minutes, Mr. Simon.
Mr. Farnby, yeah. But then they escape from the zoo with a big musical number. I say big, I mean boring. Nothing rhymes with noodle.
Oh, we get that really stupid song.
Yeah. Quite a lot of words rhyme with noodle.
It does, yeah. And they start dancing, and again, it's very Greatest Showman.
They take some balloons and they fly with some flamingos to the top of a building.
And they're dancing on top of this glass, and you keep thinking, that ain't safe, guys.
Yeah. They would have fallen to their deaths. How'd you get down?
They get down with the balloons, because that's how balloons work. And then Mr. Wonka then gets threatened by the police, basically saying, look, stop selling chocolate, stop fucking up.
Yeah.
You're pissing people off.
The policeman is working with the chocolate cartel, so he's taking bribes in chocolate. Mm-hmm. He's putting on weight throughout the film. And people who are of the heavier side don't see the funny side.
Yeah.
They took offence to this film. And I think that's fair. I don't think the Wilder one needed fat jokes. Augustus Gloop was obviously a fat character, but he was not the joke. He was not the joke.
No.
He was just... And also he wasn't that fat.
When I think of the song though, what do you get when you guzzle down sweets?
You think as much as... yeah.
Is
that a joke?
Fat. What do you become of that?
I don't like the look of it.
So actually, no, they do take the piss out of him, but they take the piss out of all the kids.
But it's a morality tale. It's one for parents. Yeah,
so you've not stopped your child from eating.
Yeah, your child is watching TV. Your child is spoilt, and your child chews gum.
Yeah.
But this has got nothing. What's the lesson here?
I think it's meant to be funny in the fact that his character's just getting bigger because he's taking all these bribes, which he's taking in chocolate. Mm-hmm. I didn't see it as it was meant to be offensive in any way.
No, sure. And I think
if people have found offence, and I'm sorry for them.
He's like, okay, if I'm gonna do my chocolate, if I'm gonna do chog, you've got to be good at it, yeah. Yeah,
and then I need some help.
Yeah. So the other people in the wash house, Butler from Downton, the other people as well, they help him out. So they're like, right, you can sell it, but then there are like...
You've got to be a magician. You've got to be able to get away really quickly.
Yeah, in and out, because everyone's after you, basically.
And so in the spirit of cleanliness, he does this by jumping down manholes into sewers.
The health and safety nightmare, because is Willy Wonka not a neat freak? Mm-hmm. Is he a bit, clean?
Especially when it comes to his chocolate, as we know about how he reacts with his chocolate river.
Yeah, his chocolate river. That's a whole batch wasted. The fizzy lifting drinks when they're touching the thing. The ceiling now has to be sterilised and cleaned.
Thing is, though, now he just have to follow health and safety regulations, otherwise they'd be shut down. So
absolutely.
It was different back then. It was young and carefree.
Yeah, he can jump in a sewer. It's fine.
Yeah, so you can jump out your sewer and then sell your chocolates.
Yeah, buy these sewer chocolates, and everyone's like, "Ooh, the best thing I've ever eaten."
Oh my god, it's the best.
But that's a musical number. Never had chocolates like these.
I don't know. I don't care.
That wasn't a bad song. That was the best song in it.
I couldn't tell you anything about it, though. I can tell you the imagery more than I can tell you about the actual song itself.
There's a big song and dance.
It's boring.
Yeah. It's boring. Ow.
Sorry. But then the cartel find out how he's
doing it. And they sort of... Well, what happens then?
I think they go to the laundry where they're all located. Mm-hmm. And he makes a deal with them.
Oh yeah, they've raised enough money for he opens a chocolate shop.
Yes, they're renting this chocolate shop that they've managed to make into some... It goes from being Tiana's place, I'm almost there, to crazy in one night.
Yeah, but he's a magician.
But you can't do that. Sorry, no one can do that.
It's magic.
But he's got no fucking money. They've had to spend it all on renting the place. Or imagine they didn't say that. They might not have done.
It's sort of like, okay, now this is happening.
People are enjoying the chocolate, they're paying, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then they all start having a bad reaction.
Yeah, with like Yeti
sweat, he says.
Yeti sweat.
Where the fuck would you get that from?
Yeah, you've struggled getting giraffe milk. You really think someone's got Yeti sweat?
It was weird.
And who did poison it?
The
cartel?
The people at the laundrette, they paid for them to poison the chocolates and they must have made it on site.
But who's got Yeti sweat? Yetis aren't real.
That's what I mean. Where did they get that shit from?
When did that happen?
It was a weird. They could have poisoned it with anything. I mean, we've seen Harry Potter. The Weasleys make shit like that.
Yeah.
They like puking pastels and shit. You'd have They've stolen from everything else with this film. They might as well have stolen from Harry Potter as well.
Might as well. But everyone's sort of they're growing hair, they're turning blue, they're turning different colours. Mm-hmm. And everyone just reacts very... Right, well, okay, tear the shop down.
Yeah, let's set the shop on fire.
Let's not have any answers. Burn it down.
Burn the shop down.
Yeah. Which is very, like, what's the Simpsons episode where they burn down the burlesque house?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You put the spring in Springfield.
If only we had a song as good as that in this.
If only, but we don't.
We don't. And then, yeah, so he's shit out of luck.
He is. Before that, we get the Oompa Loompa bit.
Oh, yeah, there's an orange man stealing Willy Wonka's chocolate. Problem. But he just keeps making more. Here comes Hugh Grant in his... all this glory.
In a role where he's terribly miscast.
Everyone's miscast.
I don't think Chalamet's as miscast as people think he might be. I think he needed more opportunity, I think, maybe.
Yeah.
And should have been directed better.
I agree. But let's talk about Hugh Grant. Because there's a big debate, still ongoing, about his character. Obviously, Hugh Grant is an Oompa Loompa. Hugh Grant is not of Oompa Loompa stature.
No, from the original actors that we see play the characters, he would not fall within that category.
No. We're doing our very best to word this.
Because we don't want to upset anybody.
Absolutely.
But this is coming from the nicest of places.
Of course. But in the Wilder one, it was obviously people who are small.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a tricky one to word. Is dwarf right?
It's dwarfism, isn't it?
It's dwarfism, okay.
Yeah.
So people who have dwarfism, and there are some actors out there in the community who have said, "Oh, why not cast one of us?"
Yeah.
Which is fair. That's a fair argument.
Yeah.
But there's another side of that community who have gone, "Oh, actually, we don't want to be stereotyped."
Yeah.
In among that, because we find what they did in the 70s is a bit, oh, okay, we're still paying the price for that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think the same thing has happened with Disney's Snow White and Seven Dwarfs.
Yes.
They've not been able to win with that either. It's either people have said, let's not use those kinds of actors, and then it's been like, oh, actually, we're going to use CGI now. It's all been very... It's been very controversial and problematic for them.
Yeah.
So I think it was always going to be a little bit difficult for Wonka as well.
You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You're going to piss someone off.
Would I personally have liked to have seen a different actor do that role? Yeah.
Yes, I agree. I thought Hugh Grant was, again, wasted, but it kind of makes sense for him to do it because Hugh Grant is completely off the chain at this point.
Yeah.
So, why not?
Yeah, why not? Yeah. I suppose as well, in the way he's designed, they do make him... He is different to the Oompa Loompas that we see. He's the runt of the litter. He's much smaller. Yeah, he's made a little bit. His legs skinnier as well. I think he's made to look more of a CGI sort of character as opposed to an actual person playing the role. And it always felt like that. It felt like Chalamet was acting against nothing. Maybe that's how they've had to do it. I don't know. It's a hard one. It's difficult. I didn't like it. No, I always will prefer to see an actor. Mm-hmm. But I understand why they haven't cast that way. Okay. And that is all we shall say about that. Yes. Good. Okay. So it's difficult. Yeah. But again, I would have liked to see someone new. Because this could have been a breakout role for them. Yeah, could have been a breakout for somebody, yeah. Definitely. Yeah. But that's not the world we live in. No. Again. Anyway. Chalamet's shit out of luck now. But Slugworth comes at him with a deal. He does, yeah. He says, I will pay to get everyone out of your workhouse if you A, get out of town, and B, never make chocolate again. Mm-hmm. Off they pop. And that's what he does. Chalamet fucks off. Yeah, that could have been the end of the film. That could have been, and do you know what? Yeah. That would have been alright. It's actually, you could have made that chocolate anywhere else in the world. But how would they have known? Yeah, and just like, oh, we told you never to make chocolate again. I was like, but you said never to make chocolate again. There's no contract. Again. Yeah, it's verbal. Legally binding. What was that? That's the legal, yeah, you know. But then Hugh Grant comes at him again. Because he owes a debt to Hugh Grant. Yeah, because Willy Wonka stole a lifetime supply of cocoa beans. From Lumperland. Yes, which apparently is only 3 of them. 4 cocoa beans. 4 cocoa beans. Because you don't get many cocoa beans out of the big shells, do you? Not in Lumperland, no. Well, I don't think ever, actually. Oh, okay. In chocolate making. I'm not the massive... I don't know a great deal about chocolate making, but I think I know enough. You've been to Cadbury World? I've been to Cadbury World, yes. Was that anything like this? No. Was anyone floating around? No, but I did like Cadbury World, actually.
Okay, Cadbury World, if you're happy to sponsor this episode, that would be wonderful.
Well, to be fair, we feel like they've actually ripped you off towards the end, which we will get there.
Forgot about that. Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, Willy Wonka, he escapes the boat
that he's on, where he has to escape on because they tried to kill him.
They tried to kill him, which is not... Why? Again, why just steal his ideas? You don't have to kill him. He's not a threat to you, really.
Yeah. So no, they tried to kill him, and then his friends who helped him get released from the workhouse, except for Noodle.
Yeah, she's back in there.
She's back in there. She's been told, well, that she needs to stay there because Slugworth wants to keep her there. Mm-hmm. And it's alluded to at that point that she's in danger. Yeah. And that there is a relation between them both.
Yes, absolutely. And it turns out there is.
But we find that out later on.
Wonka comes back with everyone and break Noodle out. And they say, okay, we've got a plan to take this cartel down.
So for some really odd reason, the cartel have like a bad guy Freemasons hideout in this church.
It's very prohibition.
It's odd.
Yeah.
So it's in some massive cathedral that's guarded by so many different fucking people.
Yeah, and it's all in the big vat under the cathedral.
Yeah, for some reason they've decided to water down their chocolate. And they keep it all in this vat. Surely they've all got different fucking recipes of chocolate. But it's always different. Why would they all keep it there? I don't know. Because it'd be them mixing and then everyone's chocolate's going to taste the same. It's just, I thought it was really poor concept, that.
Charlemagne's like, we're going to take him down.
We're going to take him down. We need to get there's a ledger apparently down there that shows all their dodgy business transactions.
Again, hiding from the tax man is again the villain.
He's always the villain.
Right.
Pay your taxes.
Pay your taxes, guys. So they get the plan to get the priest who's in on it to let a giraffe in. Rowan Atkinson, again wasted. This is the giraffe from before.
Yeah, they use the giraffe as a diversion, don't they, to try and get into the vault.
So
and
it goes a bit Ocean's 13.
Yeah, and they do. They get in. It becomes a heist film all of a sudden. They find the journal, and then they are confronted by the cartel.
Yes, and the cartel do a very Bond villain thing.
We're going to tell you our plan.
Yeah, we're going to tell you everything that's happened up to this point. And it turns out Slugworth is a relation to Noodle-ish.
Yeah, so it is his niece. It's his niece.
It's his niece. Yeah. So his mum, her dad dies, and her mum goes, "I can't afford to look after this child. Mm-hmm. Here you go." And he's like, "No,
I'm the sole heir to the
Slugworth fortune. It's just me." Yeah, and puts her in a sack and sends her off to the Olivia Colman house.
Yeah,
I thought, because he puts her in a sack and then he's walking over a bridge. I thought he was going to drown.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Absolutely. But he doesn't.
No, but he chucks it down a laundry chute, which is also not ideal.
Where does the chute go?
It goes to the laundry house.
Laundry house. Willy Wonka will remember that.
He will. He'll be like, oh, someone threw a baby down a chute. Well, that's going to take people to the incineration room.
A child down the chute, you say?
Oh, he's got... Oh, my dears.
But again, it's done with love.
So bearing in mind they've all got guns, I don't know why they decide to then kill them by putting them in...
Death by
chocolate.
Death by chocolate.
Oh.
I think they say it. Oh, it's whimsical, isn't it? It's all
like
fun.
all this chocolate that you're siphoning off on purpose because it probably costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
Hence why you're keeping it there. You decide to kill people in it.
Yeah.
That's not very...
It's not clean. No,
because
it now has to be cleaned and sterilised so you get nothing.
Also, as people die, they empty bowel and bladder.
Oh, yes. Someone's chatting that chocolate, do you think?
So they'd be pissing in that. Oh. It's bad enough someone just falling in it, never mind shitting in it. Oh, my God. And they just don't think. You've all got guns. Just shoot them and hide the bodies in the vault. No one's going to fucking know.
Yeah, you don't have to get the chocolate involved.
It didn't need to be involved. It was so
None of this needed to be involved. Anyway, Noodle and Wonka are almost dying.
Yeah, they basically, before they get...
one final breath.
Oh, one final breath. Well, they say, oh, can we have a final request for a dying man?
Yeah.
And he gives the three cartels this box of chocolates, this jar of chocolates, and says, oh, there's a... Oh, it's a leprechaun. That's something wrong. Oh, this little orange man you need to give these chocolates to, which they don't. And then, obviously, he's also getting his revenge because he knows there is chocolate.
Yeah, so Hugh Grant breaks in.
And saves them from their chocolatey deaths.
Which is fine. Not a problem. But then Charlemagne's covered in chocolate for the rest of the film. It looks like poop.
He looks like you're covered in crap.
Yeah.
The police turn up. The ledger seems magically okay.
Yeah. And they read it out and they say, oh, well, taxes have been...
Fucked with. You've all messed about.
Everyone's in everyone's pockets.
The police chief is.
Yeah. Then the floating chocolates from before, they eat some... And the cartel go flying off into the distance.
A bit like Team Rocket from Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're met with an accident in which they died.
Oh my god.
I hate Matt Lucas.
So you said several times during this film, James looked at me and was like, I fucking hate Matt Lucas.
Matt Lucas he's been doing the same stuff his entire life. Stray from it.
Then after that, they decide to, let's make all the town happy. So the chocolate fountain, a local fountain, with all the chocolate that they've literally just been swimming in.
Yeah.
2 minutes before. Mm-hmm. Swimming and shitting in 2 minutes before.
And I imagine people would have been, pigeons or something would have been shitting in that fountain. So none of this is clean, guys.
Yeah, no.
So it now has to be washed and sterilised.
You probably had money in that fountain as well. Money is one of the most disgusting things going.
In the world? That's quite...
It's true, isn't it? Because everyone touches money, so there's all that bacteria and stuff.
I thought you meant money is the downfall
money is the root of all evils, guys.
Absolutely.
But even worse, it'll kill you.
But it's really dirty. Everyone's touched it. So...
Oh.
Yeah, it's happy ending. The town wins.
Everyone's drinking this manky chocolate.
Everyone likes Willy Wonka now, which is good.
He says he's going to open his factory.
But that's not that. None of that's his chocolate though.
Oh, and then we get an end bit. We get we found your mum to Noodle.
Yeah,
or in Matilda, isn't it?
Well, that's the thing. It goes with Willy Wonka takes her to find her mum, and as soon as those fucking first notes started, I was like, oh shit,
here it comes.
Here it comes. And he sings Pure Imagination.
He speaks Pure Imagination. He don't really sing it, does he?
Okay, fair enough. But Pure Imagination happens.
Yeah.
But about family or some shit.
Yeah.
They've changed the lyrics slightly, and I'm like, well.
I suppose it kind of matches because it flashes back again to his mum when everyone's enjoying his chocolate coming out this fountain,
mm-hmm.
and he's got a chocolate bar that his mum made for him.
Yeah.
And she's wrote on a golden ticket inside it that says like chocolate's who you share it with. So maybe it's connected to that a little bit.
Which is why we think that's Cadbury's latest slogan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who stole it from who? Ooh.
Ooh. But yeah, I thought that was quite nice when he opened the chocolate and the golden ticket was inside.
I thought that was cute. I'd have liked to have seen more with him and his mum, truth be told.
Yeah, because that's Sally Hawkins. Well, Academy
she's
Award
actress,
nomination, yeah.
Ugh! If anyone listening to the last 20 minutes of this thinks, what the fuck? We were thinking that as well during this film. It's just so convoluted and not needed.
Yeah. Well, the film's not needed in general.
Yeah, it's just... and that's it. It ends.
Yeah. It ends with Pure Imagination. He's like, I'm going to imagine a chocolate factory in this castle.
In this ruined castle. All out of CGI.
Why not just build it?
What, for that one shot? No,
yeah.
They were never going to do that, were they?
They could have.
It would have cost too much money.
Oh, and what? Warner Brothers have not wasted any money this year.
Could you not just... we could just have Charlemagne just dancing in front of a green screen. That seems okay.
But that has timelessness to it.
They were never going to build that set, were they? Just for that one thing.
Why not? Just have a go.
No, there was never going to be.
Oh, okay, fine. So, and then the film ends, and then Olivia Colman's character turns blue in the credits.
Oh yeah, they show that what happens to all the characters afterwards. It's all very...
Yeah. And then the film, all of this is just boring and uninspired.
Yeah.
But done, I want to say, for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Not because Warner Brothers want to make a book.
Yeah. It's a hard one. I really wanted to like this.
Yeah, me too.
I really did. But I can't. The performances in it was sub.
Everything was mid.
The songs were boring.
Yeah.
Again, Charlemagne, I'm not offended by. I think he did alright with what he'd got.
Yeah, he wasn't the problem. He tried his best, but I don't think he's. I think he's a very good actor, but I don't think he's been around enough to really be a great actor. To
give this role what it really needed, I think.
Yeah, but who could have done it?
No one. That's the thing. It's going to be a poisoned chalice, no matter what.
Yeah, absolutely. A for effort, though.
Yeah.
Chalamet for effort. Better than Space Jam?
No.
Better than Tim Burton's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Yes. But I don't know, actually, because Tim Burton's, some of them songs are alright.
Those songs are bangers.
Some of those songs are okay. I don't like the performance of Willy Wonka in that film at all.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah,
But
I don't like how he's played. And again, I don't think that's necessarily Johnny Depp's fault. I just don't like it. I don't like the Oompa Loompas in that. I don't like much about it, to be fair. I like the songs, though.
But I'd rather a big swing and a miss than doing the same stuff, but worse.
Yeah, I thought the characters are more memorable in that one.
Yeah.
As the kids.
Yeah.
Charlie's irritating in that one, though. He's just a bit too good.
We've not had a good Charlie since Peter Ostrom.
No, Peter Ostrom, he was like a normal little boy.
Yeah. He was cute.
He was cute, but he also did the naughty things that little boys do, like with the fizzy lifting drinks and that sort of stuff. Little boys do that sort of shit.
Mm-hmm. No one's perfect.
No one's perfect, and Charlie wasn't. The one in the Tim Burton one was literally like, I'll do anything. He wasn't like a real person. He was a bit Tiny Tim.
Oh, yeah. He died at Christmas.
Allegedly.
But this isn't the one. It's going to find an audience, though.
Oh, yeah. I think this is going to be great for families looking for something to watch over the Christmas period because it's got a festiveness to it.
Yeah, it's snowing there sometimes.
But I don't know. It's going to do better than Aquaman. It's got that going for it.
We could have had Dune.
And to be honest, do you think this is going to do better than Wish?
I think it already has.
Because I think Wish is wishy-washy. People aren't watching that, are they?
Good pun.
Yeah. I think families picking, I think are going to pick this. I think this is probably going to do really well on Christmas Eve Day, Boxing Day. I think all the way up to New Year's Day and stuff, this will probably do quite well.
I wouldn't give it long until it's on streaming, and that's when it's really going to find its feet.
Yeah, but I think any family's looking for something to do over Christmas.
This is it.
This will be it.
But only by default.
Yeah.
Because it ain't Aquaman.
Because people aren't going to be watching Aquaman.
But
we will be watching Aquaman.
We'll be watching Aquaman, but only to take the piss out of it. What are we seeing next? Godzilla. That's the one.
Oh, we are seeing Godzilla next, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. That's my
I know
Christmas
you're really
movie.
Looking forward to that one.
Dead excited for
I like that. What did you want for Christmas? I wanted a big lizard.
Big lizard, please. What about a chocolate maker? No.
No, Santa. I want a big lizard.
Big lizard. Thank you very much. What about big monkey? No, not right now.
Not yet.
Not yet. Maybe later. Maybe next year.
I want a big lizard. It's been killed by a speedboat.
What? Big speedboat.
Oh no.
But this isn't. Why not just rewatch? We could have just stayed at home and watched Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
We should have done, but we've already watched that recently. I'm glad I've seen this because I wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
Will I watch it again? No.
No, not at all.
No, again, I still can't get over the fact they've basically just stolen from so many other different films.
Yeah.
In aesthetic and in what it
did.
Just what it did, yeah.
Yeah. It's such a shame.
Sorry, guys. That was not a great effort.
Wonka was not the one.
No. Oh, dear.
Yeah, I thought we'd sprinkle in some Wonka, though, because it's all Christmas this month.
It's a bit Christmas.
Why not some
festive,
Wonka?
Yeah. And also, guys, for anyone who doesn't know, our very own James has played Willy Wonka.
So I've got a lot of...
So he's got a personal vendetta against anyone doing a poor job.
Correct. This was my... Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was what we did in year 11 as our school production, and I got Willy Wonka. And I'm not going to lie, I fucking smashed it. I smashed it out of the park. Because everyone was like, are you going to do more Wilder? Are you going to do Johnny Depp? And I was like, no, I'm going to do Wilder. Absolutely.
No one ever picks Depp.
Depp had only just come out, though.
No one would ever pick Depp, though, because it's crap.
I agree. I agree with you. So I basically copied Gene Wilder. But I still looked like Chalamet. Because I had long hair at that point.
I've seen those pictures.
You've seen the picture. I thought I was good. I understand the baggage that comes with playing Willy Wonka.
Here we go. So that's the thing, guys. Anyone not knowing?
I'm just
saying.
I was quite good. But yeah, that was Wonka. Wasn't good.
Wonka wasting my time.
Is that not your letterbox review?
No, I can't change it.
You can't change it now.
And if people have started liking it, I can't change it now.
Oh. Anyway, thank you for listening, guys. This has been Wonka.
This has been Wonka Vision. We love it.
Oh, yeah. I think there was a line in one of the songs where it said, oh, it's not as good as when I was a kid. And I was like, yeah, too fucking right.
Too right. You got that correct.
Thank you for listening, guys. What's next?
Something.
Insert title here. And go. But I hope you join us then. Thanks for joining us now.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
New Year's Eve.
What? Or if this comes out near a New Year, I hope you had a good Christmas. Fucking hell.
Oh dear.
Bye,
it's
guys.
Late. Bye bye.